Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today we're playing Ruby Storm. This is one of my favorite decks to solitaire, one of my favorite decks to play, and I just wanted to play it again. I had a little bit of a change and an idea, and I think maybe it would be worth testing. So what is my idea? Well, first of all, this deck works on cost reducers of Goblet and Narcomancer and Thornscape Familiar, basically your Ruby Medallion in Pauper. That makes Seething Song and Desperate Ritual quite a lot cheaper. Also turns Manamorphose into a ritual. So a long time ago, Skura had asked me to not play Lotus Petal in the deck, instead just to play the Desperate Ritual package. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 16 lands with 12 depletion lands. The Woodlot, the Needle, I guess 8 depletion lands, and then a sack land with Geothermal Crevice, which can sack for green and black. And then when we have one cost reducer in play, this is a Dark Ritual. When we have two cost reducers in play, Seething Song is 1 mana, make 5 mana, which is really big. And then I have a very large amount of draw spells, and a lot of them will actually make mana or are mana neutral. So we have 10 treasure token draw spells: Big Score, Pirate's Pillage, and Seize the Spoils. Seize the Spoils will be mana neutral after 2 cost reducers. Pirate's Pillage and Big Score are also mana neutral after 2 cost reducers because these make 2 treasures. But then when you have 3 cost reducers in play, these are rituals. So we go from having 12 rituals to potentially having 20 rituals in the deck, which is huge. And then the other draw spells. We have Glimpse the Impossible as our Ancestral Recall for the deck. We have Electric Revelation, which is a flashback spell that can discard and draw cards. I ended up taking the 4th Electric Revelation and splitting it into 2 Seize the Spoils for just more raw, like 1 extra card draw card in the deck. And then the way that we make up all this rummaging is we're using Demand Answers. Last time I tried this version, I used Ideas Unbound, but Demand Answers is just better. You can sacrifice a treasure token to draw 2 cards, which means that after you loop your deck, you're going to be drawing an additional 16 cards to put in hand, which is a lot to rummage. And then as you're going through the deck, you have all your lands to discard, and you have any cost reducers over 3 that you can also discard. In the sideboard, let's go ahead and sort this by mana value again. So in the sideboard, we have 6 Pyroblast effects. So how am I going to make space for that? I think post board, it's going to slow down, so I can cut these Desperate Rituals and the Seize the Spoils. All of those, that's 6 coming out, 6 coming in. We have Apostle's Blessing for removal decks, Weatherstorm for burn, and Flaring Pain for strands. So it's pretty straightforward. Hopefully the sideboard mapping goes a little bit easier this time. Like we can cut 2 Seize the Spoils and 2 Seething Songs potentially when we're bringing in just 4 cards. All right, I'm interested in playing it. I want to have some fun today. This is sort of capping off my foray into Storm Week, I guess. Hopefully you enjoy. We'll see you in the video. Brave New Worlds in Philadelphia is hosting a Pauper 1K on April 27th. The prizes are going to go up, up, up if we get more than 25 players. Check out all the details in the description. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. We're in round 1 versus Cam 13. Don't know what Cam 13 is on. So this hand has turn 2 familiar, turn 3 potentially win the game. I guess I'm going to keep. The last time I faced them, I think they were playing Orzhov Junkers. So if they're on a refurb deck, this hand looks kind of wonky. Mono blue. Ponder. Okay. I think that makes me still interested in playing the Thornscape on turn 2 because we can start pecking in. I'll put the Thornscape on the table. They play an island. We're looking for lands. I'll just go ahead and attack. No blocks from the opponent. Okay. They're brainstorming. I think I would want to Demand Answers discarding this Narcomancer if they use some sort of way of tapping that island. Okay, they mental note. I'm going to Demand Answers discard the Narcomancer. It's nice that that's an instant speed effect. We draw another land, which is great. They mill Lorien Deep Analysis. So they are playing Mono Blue Terror. Play a Crevice. Go ahead and bash in for 2. They cycle a Lorien Revealed. I guess my hope is that they tap out. mill with the milling counterspell island. Plays a Tolarian Terror. You have so many cost reducers. So let's try Desperate Ritual. Then try a Narcomancer. I got Thornscape Familiar. So if they have a counterspell for the Seething Song, it's not great. I mean the big score. I think I'll big score pitching the Thornscape. I want to keep the Seething Song in hand. They have a Dispel. That's pretty mean. Fine. So you have 5 power and I have 6 power. Who's winning the race? You're playing Island. Cryptic Serpent. I guess you're winning the race. Gets in for 5. I need a draw spell. Did not find one. Well, I can play the Geothermal Crevice. Yeah, I'll just play it and pass. Stupid mono blue. we faced our worst matchup in round 1. They flip a Thought Scour, so they currently have 14 damage. They're getting in for 14. Fine. We'll go to 1. They play Ponder. The only way that I win is if they don't have a counterspell and I find a draw spell. Okay. Let's try drawing 2 cards. They've got the counterspell. So we scoop. Well, you know what? The benefit of this is that I get to test my sideboard strategy. So let's try it. I might not even need a second Gutter Snipe. Okay, so let's just keep the 1 Gutter Snipe. Will 6 Pyroblasts beat this deck? We're going to do our best. They probably won't have Graveyard Hate specifically. All we got to do is keep making land drops. We're on the play. This is not good enough. Mulligan. Okay, I think I keep this one. We'll get rid of the Revelation and play the land. Just having Pyroblast here I think is good. And they're going to hold up their Hydroblast for turn 1. There we go. Let's Manamorphose then. Red-green. And play an Archimancer. They use a Mental Note. Okay. Milling Thought Scour, Mental Note. It's an island. Okay. We're going to start pecking in. I'll play land. After this land, I might not want to play land specifically. I might want to hold things. But having more mana is better. They're brainstorming. Lorien Revealed goes to the graveyard. 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can play 3 terrors here if they want. Or just 2. They're passing again. We have a Gutter Snipe. Go ahead and get in. I could play the Gutter Snipe and then make them respond. Maybe it's not worth it. 4 islands in play. They're passing. This is great. Play my Hickory Woodlot. We'll get in for 2 again. Slowly beating you down. Cycle another Lorien Revealed. Now all their snakes are minimum cost. So terrors cost 1. Serpents cost 2. There's 1 terror. Okay. So let's see. I think I'm going to try to cast the Gutter Snipe. They have a Hydroblast. Okay. I'm focusing on trying to, like, bait out their stuff so that my draw spells can resolve. We're getting in for 5. Another terror. Okay. I guess we have to try to do something now. Play a Seething Song. Try a Glimpse the Impossible. They have a counterspell. I have a counterspell in return. We have another counterspell. So let's try... By Electric Revelation discarding the Seething Song, I could find a Pyroblast. Let's do that. Did not find a Pyroblast. Okay. Bad news. But we can Thornscape Familiar, and then Pillage, discarding the Crevice. Play Manamorphose. Red. We'll make red. We have a Pyroblast. But that doesn't matter at the moment, so let's discard that Red Blast. Dang. Revelation. Discard the Crevice. Now we have a Thornscape. I play my Thornscape and then play the Sandstone Needle. And pass the turn. That was pretty medium. It's interesting that they had to use multiple counterspell. Maybe they were out of like spell pierces and stuff. They pondered and did not shuffle. Maybe they just took the ponder. So we have the option of blocking right now or just not blocking and going to 5. Brainstorming. They're really trying to find another counterspell. Gets in for 10. We can put them to 8 at the moment. Guess I pillage away the demand answers. And then if they have an answer, I die. Well, you know what? Congratulations. Their deck is well set up versus mine. I expected that. Let's see if we can pair into non-blue. Round 2, we're on the play. We have a Thornscape familiar. Okay. Play the Woodlot, and then we could just glimpse and then get some spawns on the table and then try to go off from there. That might be interesting. Play the Woodlot. Our opponent's playing Cycle Storm, apparently, or Mono Black Control. It's more likely that they're playing Cycle Storm than Mono Black, I would guess. So let's play the Woodlot and then play the Thornscape out. If it is Mono Black Control, then we're going to definitely lose the familiar. Looks like they're going to cycle. Cycle's a Carabid. So I need another cost reducer and a ritual. They also cycle a Street Wraith. Plays Lotus Petal. They're going for it turn 2. They just wanted to not have to discard the hand size. Play Mountain. And then Pirate's Pillage, because it's the sorcery one, discarding a Revelation. Find a Narcomancer. We can a Narcomancer. Red-green. Play the Narcomancer. Big score, pitching another Revelation. If I find a ritual, I could try to go for it. It's another pillage. Might as well pillage, I guess. Discarding the crevice. There's a ritual. Okay. So, Desperate Ritual, Glimpse, Seething Song, Demand Answers, Sacrifice the Treasure. There's a Gutter Snipe. So I'll play the Gutter Snipe out. Big score. Pitch the Mountain. They take 2 and go to 16. Okay, found Glimpse. Let's Glimpse. Okay, we need another ritual, though. There we go! Seething Song. And then we can demand that this treasure token draws us 2 cards. So they go to 10. Turn 3. Demand answer, sacrifice the other treasure token. Okay. So now I have, guess, Seething Song. Revelation. They're dead. They're dead. Sick. Turn 3. Morphos. Big green. Doesn't really matter. Thornscape. Gutter Snipe. Discard this one. GG. Yes. Turn 3. Okay. So the power of the deck, it can get it done. And since we're racing, I mean, we don't really need Weather the Storms. We just have to try to actually accomplish the win earlier, and we just resubmit. Gotta love a racing matchup. Okay, we have no cost reducer, but I think it's okay. We can pitch the Gutter Snipe potentially. Our opponent leads on a Baron more. They're able to turn 3 as well. We have 5 mana on turn 3 potentially. So I'll play my Needle. Pass a turn. Turn 2, Demand Answers, discarding the Needle. Play the Woodlot. And then if we draw 2 cost reducers, we could be off to the races. I could also seize the spoils, pitching a land. They cycle a healer on turn 1. Okay, we found a familiar. Does that change anything? So we can familiar, spoils, familiar, Seething Song, play spoils, Demand Answers the thing. So then I think I don't want to cast anything this turn. Let's pass. Well, maybe just on their end step, I'll Demand Answers this Needle, because that's not really getting me anywhere. But I could seize the spoils of the Needle. I don't know. I'm having trouble. Our opponent just cycles a Stinger. Maybe they're just not going to be fast enough for it to matter. They play a Lotus Petal. Let's discard this Needle. We have double cost reducer. That's great. So now I can discard the Mountain. Double Mountain. Okay. They have a draw stop. It must be a legacy player. Let's Narcomancer, Thornscape, play the Mountain, Gutter Snipe, Seething Song. Seize the spoils, pitching the Mountain. That's mana neutral. They go to 16. Morphos. We'll make red. Can we get there? Big score, okay. Pitch the Needle. They go to 12. Found a Narcomancer. So we'll make green, play the Narcomancer, and then we will threaten lethal on the next turn, so they have to go for it here. I'm sure they will attempt. Dark Ritual. They Deadly Dispute their Great Furnace. Plays Lotus Petal. Cycles. They now have 3 creatures in the graveyard. Cycles again, that's 4. Dark Ritual. They have 3 cards left in hand. Storm is 6. They can pick up all their creatures if they do play a Reap in the Graves. Songs of the Damned would be medium here. They Deadly Dispute. Sacrificing something. Cycles again. Probably dead. Cycling. Dark Ritual. 2 cards left. So they either have... Okay, Songs of the Damned. Reaping. 0 cards left, but they are going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And they have 5 mana left. So there is a chance they fizzle. We have 10 damage in hand. I guess maybe if they go to 2, I can just hit them with a Seething Song, so I should pay attention to that. They're cycling away. So they're cycling with the Reaping on the stack, looking for a Songs of the Damned off the top. That maximizes your opportunity to draw it. They have 2 cards left that are targeted. Cycles of Vantasaur. They're down to 0 mana available. Other songs. They have 7 mana, 4 cards in hand, cycling away. Only 1 cycler left in the graveyard that they've targeted. La la la, cycling their cards. Cabal Ritual. Do. Now they're letting the Reapings hit the... Then they get the Carabid back and they can cycle the Carabid. So now we're just hoping they get unlucky. We tried for the turn 3, we couldn't get there. Can our opponent get there? That's the Street Wraith. Okay. They're cycling. So I need to be able to unyield through this turn to kill them when they cycle the Street Wraith down to 2. They might do that. Right now I'm currently F6'd, and that gives them like the indication that I'm just not going to do anything. If they play the healer out though, then they can get out of range of my Seething Song. Reaping the Graves again. Storm is 14. They've used 2 Songs of the Damned. They cycle another Street Wraith. I'm definitely playing to my out here. My instant speed. They're cycling. Okay, they have no mana floating. Phase 1. Cycles again. They're dead if they pass. They're running out of colored sources. They cycle again. This might just be them fizzling. Uh-oh. Tons of cards go into their hand, but they haven't cast any spells. Did they just fizzle? Okay, I guess they didn't get there. Bummer for them. So step 1, attack. Maybe they have a darkness. Nope, we win. 2-0 over Cycle Storm. We'll see in round 3. Round 3 versus Pavelvol. So this hand is really quite good if we can find another land. We're on the draw. I have 16 lands in my deck. I'm going to take that risk. I'm feeling lucky. Haunted Mire. Play the mountain. I'll pass the turn. I think my luck is running out here. I think they might be on a Gardens deck. Plays Ichor Wellspring. Don't really want to get to play against Gardens. I'll pass the turn. Discard my Gutter Snipe, sadly. I know, I mean, come on. I should have mulliganed. What are you going to do? 100%. This hand is such high power level, though, that I felt like it was worth it. Twisted Landscape. Maybe it's Glee. We will discard these the spoils. We get a mountain. A Deadly Dispute. They're doing their thing. I'm letting them solitaire right now, basically. Let's see if they just kill me right now. I feel bad for completely not taking it here. Thorn of the Black Rose. So they're on Gardens. I think now I can concede, right? I would need a depletion land. Yeah. Scoop it up. Then we need to bring in 4 Apostles' Blessing. No Pyros. We want to bring in... I guess we can cut 1 Cost Reducer, 2 Desperate Rituals, and 1 Seize the Spoils. Maybe I'll just trim 2 Cost Reducers and then bring the Seize the Spoils back in. I just look for a hand that has mana and can keep moving. I should just keep all the Cost Reducers in, shouldn't I? It's hard to say. Like, if I have enough mana... Alright. We're going to put all the Cost Reducers back in. Okay. So I ended up just cutting the 4 Desperate Ritual for the 4 Apostles' Blessing. On the play, I will... So I have land, I have Cost Reducers, I have a draw spell I can cast. It looks risky, but I think it's fine. Maybe I'm just tricking myself into another 1-lander. Let's discard the Gutter Snipe. Play land. Okay, so now I actually have a really awesome situation because I can Narcomancer into the Familiar, and then the Familiar gives me the Apostle's Blessing for 0 mana. Play the Narcomancer. Play the Familiar. Seething Song. I'm going to Spoils, pitching Apostle's Blessing. Revelation, pitching the Crevice. Manamorphose. Go red. Gutter Snipe. But then I have to pitch this. That might be fine. Play the Gutter Snipe. Big score. Pitch the needle. You go to 18. Play Seething Song. And then Electric Revelation from the graveyard. This costs 2 mana because I only have 2 cost reducers in play. They go to 14. Now I can just play my needle. Pass the turn. I have 6 power in play on turn 2. I have a 0 mana counterspell for a removal spell. They deadly dispute their Wellspring. Playing a swamp. Snuff out. We're going to Apostle's Blessing for 0. Giving it protection. This puts them to 8, which is funny. Protection from black. That was awesome. I love playing a 0 mana counterspell. They use a Weather the Storm. Okay. Not great. I will glimpse that impossible. Okay, awesome. Morphos. Can we kill them? Red. Let's demand answers, sacrificing an artifact. Glimpse again. I'm looking for a cost reducer so I can... we didn't get there. Let's go red. Pillage away a land. They go to 10. Play a land. Pillage. Discarding another land. They go to 8. We have Apostle's Blessing. Let's sacrifice 1 artifact. A red. Sacrifice this. We have 3 mana left over. Okay, so now they're just dead, I guess. A red. Discard the Woodlot. They go to 4. I think I'm just going to play out my Anarchomancer. They are dead, though. We'll just attack. Bonk. Got it done. Good sideboard strategy there, so I felt happy about that. I like it. We did exactly what we needed to do. Maybe no pedal is fine. 16 lands. Let's see if we can make it happen in game 3. All right, game 3 here. We have a cost reducer. We have Seize the Spoils. So turn 3, we can go Kane Spoils, potentially, and then make the green mana, or we can Morphos into the Anarchomancer early on. Our opponent's mulligan to 5. Sweet. Let's play a Needle. We drew an Apostle's Blessing. They led the game with a plant token. Colony Garden. Probably going to deadly dispute their plant. They play a Wellspring. We're looking for a Thornscape, so I can have a 0 mana answer. I'll play my Needle and pass the turn. Play a Colony Garden. Getting in for 0. It's fine. We have a Pirate's Pillage. So I think I need 2 Pirate's Pillage. I'm going to discard the Seize the Spoils because I actually want to make the land drop. I was considering discarding the land. Play the Crevice. Now I have 5, 6, 7 mana in play that I can just sacrifice all of it, but won't be very helpful if I do. Double Blessing is pretty good. When it plays another Wellspring, they're going to map one of their plants so they can keep getting in, maybe? I think I should try to make it happen this turn. They find a swamp off the top, so the plant is still a 0-1. Getting in. Another big score. So we'll go green, red, play the Anarchomancer, play my Gutter Snipe out, counterspell. Counterspell, we'll get this, we'll pay this, and pay the A1. Apostle's Blessing. They have a Snuff Out. I will Apostle's Blessing again. They have another Snuff Out. That would wreck me, actually, because I would run out of mana. Please, no. Another Snuff Out. That is a boss move for sure. We'll have red. Seething Song. Big score. Pitch the Cane. We got it. Apostle's Blessing. Protection from black. Protection from red. Protection from blue. Gutter Snipe in play. And I can big score the Anarchomancer. I'll have 3 mana on the table. When it's at 10 life. I guess I'm just going to play the Needle. Pass the turn. They might have a removal spell now. And I drop my Cane into the graveyard, so I have no way to loop my deck now. Play Geothermal Bog. I need a draw spell. So with the Thornscape, I think I have to just go Thornscape Familiar and then cast the Glimpse. And then hopefully we can find something to do. We didn't find anything. Let's see. They scooped. They didn't know that I couldn't cast the spells from exile. They scooped the match. Oh man, that was good. All right, we'll see you in round 4. Okay, so we are 2-1 into round 4 on the play. Ugh, mulligan this one. We had a turn 2 familiar, but no mana. Oh, this is pretty close. We're just looking for... I'm gonna mulligan again. I don't like it at all. Okay, keep. We'll get rid of Gutter Snipe, get rid of the Seething Song, and play the Hickory Woodlot turn 1. Let's see what our opponent's doing. Only Garden. Likely Glee, I imagine. Play the Needle and the Thornscape. They just turn 2 Brood Scale, turn 3 kill me, I'll be sad. They also could just duress away my good stuff. Malevolent Rumble, finding the Brood Scale. So they have potential turn 3 combo. We have a Seething Song. I guess Seething Song, big score, pitch the land. Then demand answers, sacrifice the treasure token. We have a lot of Thornscapes. Okay. So Thornscape and a Thornscape. And we'll go ahead and attack. Leaving my mana in hand so that if I draw a big score or something, I can ditch it. When it rumbles again, finding Duress, Insight, Last Rites, and a Forest. So they're playing Black-Green Glee. The anti-combo combo deck. They picked a Forest, and then they ended up playing a Swamp, and then they immediately tapped the Swamp. So it makes me think that they accidentally did that. Let's Electric Revelation, discard a Thornscape. Glimpse the Impossible. Can play the Woodlot, and then attack in. And then they're going to Eviscer's Insight a plant, taking 2 damage. We get a couple of plants, or spawns. We don't have any red mana though. The mountain in hand, I need to play. I can like play the mountain, Revelation, discard Revelation from the graveyard, and then I'm out of red mana. When it has the Brood Scale. Yep. They've got the Glee, they're doing the thing. Playing a Wellspring, they have an Eviscer's Insight in the graveyard. They can sacrifice the Wellspring if they want. Then they'll be out of black mana. They just have another Wellspring in hand. They have a Deadly Dispute, which, you know, if Deadly Dispute were banned here, that would stop them at this point because they would not have any black mana. Right, so we have to pitch this. Pass the turn. Sad. We needed a Manamorphose. Or any of our rituals. Our opponent Eviscerator's Insights. We've got a real big Brood Scale. And the only way that I can win here is if their Nightblades are in the bottom 3, probably. Another Eviscerator, just doing the thing. Will the Pauper format panel ban Sadistic Glee? Or Basking Brood Scale? They did it. They drew a ridiculous amount of cards and got in for the win. We could have maybe gotten there, but we just didn't get a right amount of mana and other things going on. We can potentially side in some number of Apostles' Blessings for their snuff outs, but then we're like losing to their combo. I'll just cut, like trim here, 2 rituals, Seize, and a Thornscape. Don't like that very much. I don't have any good options. Their deck is better than mine. They have infinite disruption and card draw. We just have infinite card draw. We are on the play again, trying to not die to the best deck in the format. I'll keep this, I guess. I think I have to get rid of the Blessing, play the Needle. I have no green mana right now, so I have to like demand answers the Revelation and try to find green mana. Play the Needle, pass the turn. Opponent leaves with a Duress. I think that the format has been really, really fun, other than any time you face Glee, so looking forward to that being gone. Our opponent ended up taking the Desperate Ritual, which is fine. We're going to discard the Apostle's Blessing here. Pass the turn. Darn. We drew another Apostle's Blessing and a Gutter Snipe. No lands. Dang. Wrecked. This is the price I pay. Alright, I will continue passing. I guess the Desperate Ritual is fine because we could have glimpsed into something. Could have glimpsed and then had more mana on the table. Our opponent gets to Solitaire us. Find a needle. Deadly disputing. I feel like I'm quick drawing. I'm like, oh, pow, concede. I'm ready. Let's go. Opponent has a deadly dispute into the deer's nightblade. Oh, they're just gonna lacerate me. I'm out of here. I'm out. I don't want to do it. Call me crazy. All right, we wouldn't have gotten there. I'm thinking now that Desperate Ritual should really just be Lotus Petal, and 16 lands would still be good, but I think the Desperate Ritual has some upside while also having a lot of downside. So, yeah, I think I might have to readjust it. It's interesting. I mean, things have been touch and go. We lost to Mono Blue. We lost to Glee. Like, that's sort of expected. I don't know. These ones went really well. I love that. So let's try to get a 3-2. Round 5. Reverse Chaotic MTG. They have been on Bogles. So I have to race. I think that's my plan. Race them into the ground, but we need green mana. Let's see if we draw a Desperate Ritual instead of a Lotus, which could have been Lotus Petal. Okay, never mind, not Bogles. They are on Mono Red Dredge. Interesting. I can demand answers discarding a creature. I think I'm playing the mountain here. And then maybe it's better to just use all my mana in Electric Revelation. The best case scenario is that they exhume. And then I get to pitch my Anarchomancer. Well, there's no exhume in my future here. Cathartic Reunion, pitching Basking Root Walla, turning the Snacker. Scary. It's like mono red, not dredge. We'll discard the. Why don't I just Electric Revelation the Gutter Snipe then? Okay, play the Crevice. Pass the turn. This could be like a Gruul aggro, Madness aggro-y deck. They're paying 2 mana. Scrapwork Mud. They're tapped out. Can I take advantage of this? I don't think so. Getting in for a lot. Scrapwork Mud. What does that mean? I'll play the Needle. Pass the turn. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm just hoping that they actually cast an Exhume, but it looks like it's mono red. Faithless Looting gets back the Sneaky Snacker. I have to demand answers pitching the Pirate's Pillage. Oh, geez. Lots going on here. So now I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I need a second cost reducer. They play a Neonate. And they discard a Gatekeeper. They get in for 1 million. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, well. Mess it up. Bad News Bears. Play the Anarchomancer. Going to pillage. Discard the Woodlot. I need mana. There we go. There we go. So, Thornscape Familiar. And then try a Glimpse. So I'm trying to find mana. Okay, we found Metamorphose. That counts. We'll make red. Mountain. So now I can go past the demand answers. So if we make green here, we have Goblin and Narcomancer. And then the big score costs 0. Maybe I have to pitch the demand answers though. If I pitch the demand answers, then I can demand answer sacrificing the other treasure. Okay, I'll do that. Okay. So now I can Desperate Ritual. What? They just concede? People! They're so bored. They were so bored of me doing my thing. I don't even know if we would have gotten there. We might have. Might not have. Okay. Resubmit then. It's funny. There's been a lot of highs and lows, that's for sure. We're on the draw. We have a 0 lander. Now we have decent hand, perhaps too many lands. I think I should keep and get rid of the Seething Song. We can go land, big score away land, and have 6 mana. We found the Anarchomancer, which is very good. Play the Woodlot. Opponent has a turn 1 Epicure, turn 2 Mud. Discarding Snacker. They're coming in hot. Okay, double Metamorphose is quite good. We have 4 mana, potentially 5. We can Anarchomancer into Metamorphose. Uh-oh, they're discarding another Snacker. Do they have a follow-up? Neonate. They can discard and draw, get multiple Sneaky Snackers onto the table. Let's see if they have removal spells open. Plays another Neonate, 1 card in hand. Mormod's Crypt. Didn't expect that. Okay. A Narcomancer. Morphos. Make red. Seething Song. Okay. Gonna Manamorphose again. Red. Did not get there. I guess I Seething Song. And then pay 3 to pitch the mountain. We can sacrifice one of the treasures. Really did not get anywhere. So this is -1 mana. This is also -1 mana. So let's big score. Actually, I should save the big score for later then. Discard the Geothermal Crevice. Down Gutter Snipe. They don't have lethal. It's going to be 6 damage coming in. I guess I'm just going to play the Gutter Snipe and then play the Crevice. Pass the turn. Because they have 0 cards in hand. Actually, this is 7 damage coming in because the Neonate has Menace. So I can only block 1 of them. They put the Gatekeeper back on the table. They're attacking for 8. It's a lot. I go to 7. What's your follow-up? They Neonate, discarding Cathartic Reunion. Golden Gatekeeper is gone. Okay. So I'm going to sacrifice my lands. See if I can live through this. Let's start with the Glimpse the Impossible. They go to 18. They scoop. They did not want to play that game. I mean, that is exactly how I was feeling playing against the Brute Scale deck, which is hilarious. What goes around comes around, I guess. We got the 3-2. Let's see. Can we open up some chests? I have a decent amount of chests. Open all the chests. Let's see what we see. 131 new items. We got some random stuff. Grist. That's fun. Anything good? Karn. Okay. Then let's open all of these. Because maybe we'll get some cool Pauper cards. Alchemist Greeting. Oh no, they got rid of all of the... Ooh, Grapple with the Past. That brings me back. Alright, everybody. Okay, so what would I do to this deck? I think we just go back to Lotus Petal. Maybe we put back the Revelation. And then we put Lotus Petal back in the deck. So we're getting rid of 6 cards. And then we... I don't know. It is tough to say. So I love working on the deck. I enjoy playing it. We had a lot of highs and lows, but we still got that 3-2. I'll see you in the next video.